All right, warriors, gather around. Let's do a breathing exercise. It's not going to take but 5 seconds. For those of you new to the channel, if you want to fast forward through this part, that's fine. But look, you're missing out on the foundation that you need to build on, and that is to become non-reactive. Whatever it takes, or whatever tool that you can use to keep you from being reactive, being able to suppress emotion. Look, it's normal for you to have healthy emotions and feelings. But the thing is, the idea is not to feed narcissists with your reaction, because this is what they live for. They want to see you suffer. They want to see your reaction. They want you to react like they do, because they've been telling others you are them. Projection. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to share another insight with you why there's danger in reading a lot of these other apps and sites where people go and seek answers, but you got narcissists plugging in there and gaslighting you. Crazy making. And I'm going to share some of that with you so that you're aware. You need to have this balanced view and understand that narcissism refuses to have a door shut on them, and they will try and find a crack to exonerate themselves, to make it sound like, hey, this is your delusion. Warriors, let's take 5 seconds to do this breathing exercise. We're going to take a badass walk on the beach, share some ideas, hopefully identify a puzzle piece that breaks you away from rumination and allows you the space you need to go and exercise your mind with healthy distractions. Look at this. Got a busted chin, but that scar now will have a beautiful story I can tell. On a treasure adventure, scuba diving with great friends, building fantastical memories. And warriors, this is how you break rumination. Finding something else to do while you're in isolation that entertains your mind space with healthy memories. And that way you have that to carry for a week or a month. This is building treasures that matter, with people, not things. Can I get a what? 5 seconds. Let's take this deep breathing exercise and understand how long that time frame is, because when you're being provoked, this is that moment of silence that you're going to need to break you being reactive. Let's stop feeding the soulless. All right, warriors, come on. 5 seconds. Release slowly. All right. You know, I wanted to share something with you that I just, shit hits me just every now and again. Have y'all ever noticed that narcissists, they take these hot ass baths? I'm talking scalding ass hot, as if they wanted to boil the fuck off of them. Okay, maybe that's too strong a word. The shame juice. That didn't sound any better either, did it? All right, let's just dive in. That was just something that hit me all of a sudden. Is it possible to make a narcissist lose their mind? Not only is it possible, but it's easy. You see, they already have a fragile ego. Just because they come on strong, overtly or covertly, whatever it is, understand the reason they operate this way in the disorder is because they are fragile. And it doesn't take much. I'm going to name off about 15 things that can set off a narcissist, but I want you to understand, you need to be able to exercise these things responsibly but with fluidity. And when you do, it needs to be blunt, because you're making a point. If you can do this right after hello or the first sign of disrespect, then you're setting a boundary that won't be crossed. It may be tested a couple of times, but if you remain firm, then understand, all of a sudden, you won't be provoked as much. because they share information. Warriors, the first thing to do is neglect them. Neglect them. Render them irrelevant. And if you are working with them, you have to rub elbows, right? You have to do business, or you have to gray rock, right? Some of these strategies apply the same way. The second thing would be see right through them. Another is being bluntly honest. I mean savage with your honesty. Warriors, don't ever take them seriously. Are you writing this shit down? Some of us use laughter and never even noticed that we delivered a narcissistic injury, an ego death. When they are dead serious, angry, you just look at them and it's like, damn, you're mad, aren't you? You're pissed. And then they go off again. Remain calm. Body language is everything. And don't act concerned, just hear them out. I didn't say listen, I said hear them out. And when they're done, again, don't surrender to accept their emergency, don't offer suggestions, laugh. Damn, you really pissed. Man, I hope you get that rectified. Warriors, treat them with contempt and disrespect because they drew first blood. What you're going to do is deliver it back with tact. And if you feel you can't, well then you need to be gracing them with what? Your absence and your silence. Warriors, if you ignore their feelings and experience, this is a death blow because they're seeking validation. They want to be noticed. And they want you to chase them. It's why they're going to tell you these sob stories and the alligator tears. All for attention. And they're going to try different venues until they reach a point where you know desperation's kicking in. That's when they're going to start claiming that they're going to try and hurt themselves. If self-delete is on their mind, don't come to me. I'll offer you some suggestions. Warriors, place them on the spot. I mean, I'm talking if they lied, remind them a month later. If they're still coming in, hey man, you're a liar. You still never answered my question. You're always going to hold them accountable, and it doesn't matter the time frame. See, they're trying to wait it out. They want to reach a point. Have you ever heard this one, the power of suggestions? Oh my gosh, I don't even know what we were fighting about, as they're trying to reach in for a hug. No, you're going to remind them. Bluntly. Remember, savagely blunt. Warriors, also decline to engage when attacked. When I told you, I use humor because they understand I am not going to be a part of your emergency. It's yours. You walked in with it, you're going to leave with it. Don't give them compliments. They'll hover around you like buzzards, waiting their turn. If they see you helping someone else, they feel like, hey, why aren't you helping me? And they'll create the story. Remember, no compliments. And as a pointer, make it a point to disagree. Whatever suggestion they have, to disagree. These are the tactics narcissists use on each other. All I'm sharing with you is reverse narcology. And let me tell you why. Because they can't take it. They can dish it out, but they can't take it. And so this is all we're sharing. Don't believe what they're saying, ever. In fact, I'm very verbal with it. I let them know. You know, if it comes out of your mouth, I just don't believe it. Ignore their attempts to reach out, whether it be text, email, or through a flying monkey. In fact, the way to shut that down is to let it be known. Unless I bring it up, I don't care. I don't care to know. Keep your distance. Don't be so readily damn available. But don't ever offer an explanation. You see, anyone who disrespects you, it's time for you to start believing it. Stop convincing yourself or gaslighting yourself into thinking they've changed. Warriors, I'm going to share an article with you that I found on Quora and why it's so dangerous to seek remedy in Quora unless you have a certain balance already. But if you're going through the abuse and identifying it fresh, Quora is not a place to go to for a remedy or for answers. Because understand, it's a feeding frenzy with narcissists. I'm going to share a take on this. And this was a question posed by someone who probably had legitimate questions. How do gang stalkers use gaslighting to manipulate and torment targeted individuals? This was the response. I want you to use your own discernment as I read this aloud as to what is the mindset or what is the motivation to have taken the time to write this, knowing others are going to read it. I want you to listen. They don't, as gang stalkers, don't exist. Targeted individuals are paranoid. They gaslight themselves frequently, ascribing sinister motives and signaling to the innocent and unconscious gestures made by random people they saw on the street as a way to implicate them into their own paranoid fantasies. If anyone leaves a targeted individual in psychological distress, it's themselves. Warriors, does this sound like someone trying to hide something? You can't make this shit up. Crazy making, wordplay. Again, psychological warfare is real. And if you allow this kind of poison to enter your psyche, then the yo-yo starts all over again. Warriors, that's why it's important. Bad associations spoil useful habits. You can't expect to go playing in the devil's playground and act like you're going to come out unscathed. You learn how to identify toxicity. Now it's time to apply all you've learned into a lifestyle so that you can start creating your abundance. This is what narcissists are fearing. Not only that they're irrelevant, but they're not going to be able to manage your gifts, your blessings, what comes natural to you and instinctively and intuitively. Narcissists lack this, but they want you to believe that they can manage yours. Now have I got your attention? Fantastic. Now shake the dirt off your ass. Throw them shoulders back. Carry that smile genuinely. And get your asses off that couch. Take charge, warriors. You ain't nobody's bitch. Not today. One step at a time. Together, we're going to take some badass walks. It's never goodbye, warriors, and thanks for your support. Despacito. Les mando besos y abrazos. Namaste, warriors.